we've gone all in on Biohaven along BHVN. This is a biotech company that got bad news today, but personally, I don't really think it was that bad news because they had this drug that they were going to try to get approval for, but it doesn't really work. So the FDA rejected it, but most people thought it was going to get rejected. I don't think too many people thought it was going to be approved. But the stock is acting like it was their most important drug, which it most certainly is not. So I kind of like it. In fact, I put a ton in my portfolio. Yeah, I sold Sarepta. Sarepta had a huge bounce, which is why I'm up even more. Yeah, in one day, 𝗐𝗏𝗏, yeah. I mean, I bought some at 15. Well, if you're new, the percentage indicator is on the P&L on the upper right. I started with 30,000. We're at 228 now. Numbers don't lie. Yeah, Biohaven is good. No, I'm still in some Sarepta, but I really like Biohaven. Yeah, time to go to Long Island. I agree. Yeah, Oklo's probably a good short. I'd short some, but I have enough stuff I'm confident in. Okay, let's go Biohaven. Let me get 9 or 10 today, man. Come on. Like a really light green. It's got to be dark, right? No, I'm not sure anybody knows what Burry's portfolio is, and nor should you care. I'm long Palantir, yeah. Palantir is my biggest position right now, actually. My average on Biohaven, good question. Let me check. 845. I have like an 80% position. God bless margin, right? I don't know when I would sell at Biohaven. I mean, I probably would sell some as it goes up. I mean, that's the kind of point of trading, for sure. I think that the people who support Biohaven from its first big win are going to load up the boat. Yeah, I'm short. Actually, D-Wave is my biggest short. Here, I have a very small position. Here is has the same problem as Biohaven. You got and Replimune is good. You know, you've got this FDA you got to convince, change their mind, which is at the end of the day, they make the rules. Yeah, I'm still short LAES. Lays. I'm going to short some more now that you mention it. It's up nicely. All right, that's up 500, I think. God bless, Papa bless. Yeah, short some Lays and some BTQ. Those are kind of better shorts in some ways in quantum because they're such low quality companies that, I mean, you're shorting the third tier quantum stocks is pretty epic. The second tier quantum stocks are like the ones that we always talked about, like Rigetti and D-Wave and stuff like that. The first tier ones are the big publicly traded companies like IBM and maybe some privates. So shorting the second tier and third tier is pretty great. Yeah, Palantir, AMD, we made some good trades last night. I don't know. I was on fire. Yeah, I don't think Spruce is going anywhere. But yeah, FDA is going to have some changes, dog. Can't do business like this. Quantum dies tonight. I don't know about that. Oh, man. What else is reporting tonight? Anything else? Come on, Shkreli. You can do it. Guidance 25 to 29. Streets at 27. Okay, next quarter, Streets at 35.6. Let's see what nonsense they have for us today. 2 minutes maybe until it's out. Qualcomm's out. NVIDIA's not out. Qualcomm is out. Whoa, Qualcomm is trading like crazy. Everything's selling off after earnings now. It's weird. Palantir, AMD. Let's see how Qualcomm trades, but sell-off is, you know, sell, 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 sell. Can't wait to hear this idiot 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Quantum computing is going to beat NVIDIA. Okay, here's Ionq and Swiss consortium launch dedicated quantum network in Geneva? Homie, stop playing with me. That's not news. Okay, it's out. 39.9 revenue, big number. Big number. 110 at the high end. I don't think any of this matters. Look at all these absurd links. 106 to 110. What were they before? It was 82 to 110. Okay, that's really it. Pretty brief. Margins are quite low. So less than 50% margin. R&D 698. Sales and marketing 14441. Wow, look at G&A. That's all Nicolo. So 40 in revs, 140 in losses. Interest income almost as much as revenue. Whopping 294 million shares outstanding. Balance sheet. I think some of this money was raised after, what did they say, 80,000 logical in 2030. Goodbye Bitcoin. Yeah, this is a good short. I mean, there's nothing in here that's useful or good. I want to see the 10Q though. But yeah, I'm gonna short some. Certainly not good news or good numbers. I mean, there's nothing here that's special. Let's see, how do we short it? Start here. Is Rigetti trading up, and are these trading up in sympathy? Am I... Yeah, no fake inorganic revenue there. I love how they don't talk about organic. Like, okay, here, let me pound it in this other account. 57.32. Fill me, put me up. We're on the offer. Come on, Mr. Kim, Mr. Lin, one of you guys can do this. 56.9, you have to take it. Irresistible. Mr. Lee, HR is gonna get me. See, a lot of short sellers are waiting for this just to kind of see if there's gonna be anything special. Top is in, pump is over. Pump closed. No more pump. Pump is closed. Pump is closed for today. No more pump. You make a pump and a pump fall. You try to make a pump fell. Now baggy get owned. It's a baggy situation. Korea, we make best a bag. You hold it. Hold the bag. So it's interesting, you know, they put the queue out during the call. Notice this thing. Here is what the revenue would be if each of the acquisitions was completed last year, or, you know, from January 1st. Do you see that? 41.6 versus 37. Now, what's the difference between those two numbers? Okay. This is including all those businesses. Well, it's 11.1 million in growth. But last year, they had 12.4 million. So, of course, they bought all the growth. Revenue went up 11 million. So, I guess if you do it this way, acquired revenue, right? This is 30.724 minus the actual revenue they had from their business. So they bought 18 in revenue. Let's see here, 18 in revenue. Okay. But if they bought 18 in revenue, and we assume revenue grew, Capella was 9, ID Quantique was 6, Capella's 9.6, so it's like 16 from just those. Oxford is probably a little bit too. Oh, they got Oxford in September 16th, so probably not too much revenue there. We'll know next quarter. Capella we got, Quantique we got. I don't see it in LightSync. And then they have this other acquisitions. This is the weird one. Nobody knows what they bought. A market intelligence business. Then there's Quivitech. Yeah, I think it might have been Shai's company. I agree. Or some like Korean disaggregated revenue. Here we go. Quantum computing and networking hardware. Platform consulting and support services. Okay. Hardware. 21,584. Support 18,282. US versus international. What do you think the analyst's job is? Vector Atomic is coming next. Golden Dome. Oh wait, separation agreement with who? Chapman? D-Wave tomorrow morning. How about you, Frenchie? What do you think? There's a lot. These are all below, like, relatively small amounts, but I'm going to list them all out. And 75 cents in NXPI. So 108 winners. 582% from the longs. Now let's do losers. My favorite. Really small amount of losers. I love this. D-Wave, Rigetti, oops. Secret stock. I'm building a position and I can't tell you guys. Oh, wait. Biohaven, then secret stock. Warner Brothers, another secret stock I don't want you guys to know about just yet. I've actually lost money on Lay's CLSQ. That will not be the case in a few weeks or months. No, NXPI is it. Okay. This is amazing. 37 losers, 108 winners, 45 total stocks traded, 74% win rate. Let's do the amounts of loss now. D-Wave has been atrocious, 68%. Rigetti, less bad. I've kind of clawed back some Rigetti money, 25%. Biohaven, I've taken a big position. It's down right away, so it's not too bad. Secret stock is a really good one. Warner Brothers was a quant thing, and it got taken over, or it got the fucking middle of a takeover war. Here's another good example of bad luck. We called Huma perfect, but we still ended up losing money, which is really annoying. Let's see here, short. Newmont. This was another quant position. Stericycle also. Oh no, this is Sterling Infrastructure. It used to be Stericycle. It's ticker. Galt, another one. Well, Galt kind of hasn't gone up this year. Galt was a winner last year. Dexcom, another quantitative move. Haven't caught up with Dexcom properly. Do you guys remember when I tried Wingstop? That was another quant move that backfired. The Quillium has been a dog, but unlike you guys, I made it a very small position for a reason. Sizing is very important. And the rest are pretty small. So, yeah, that's really it. Let's see here. Short, long. The rest kind of don't even matter. But this is non-bio, bio. Short. I'm just going to leave that blank. Short, SBET. Is that on the long side mostly? Yeah. Short. Cure was a long. Jovi was a short. This was a short. This was a short. This was a long. Short. Cardiff was a short. This was quant. This was short. This was long. This was long. This was, of course, short. This was long. Hims was a mix as well. Okay. So now this is bio, non-bio, bio, non-bio, bio, non-bio. Let's see what the addition of this was. So I lost 113% on my losers and made 582 on my winners. Let me do longs. Longs up 200%. Here's the proof for some of you big baggies out there. Take a look. There's a screenshot. It matches up. Let's take a look. Does it match up? 2884485. Read it in wheat baggie. 2884485. Ooh, that's gotta hurt baggie. How about this one? Beyond Meat. 24410. Oh, my baggie. Does that hurt so hard? Oh, poor baggies. How about ATYR? 23. Let's get a little closer. Do you see it? 23504 for ATYR. What does it say here? 23504. How about Ionq? 21780. How do you make money on Ionq? It's not fair. Let's take a look. Was he faking it? No, it's right there. Ionq. 2178094. 2178094. I didn't even shortchange a penny. That's not true, Skylar. That's not true. How about Immune? You guys remember Immune? You guys remember that? Who was the guys behind Immune? Who liked Immune? Carter? What was the name? What was that guy's name? You guys remember him? Remember him? We had to bury him. We had to end his career. About to end this man's whole career. What was his name again? Come on, I know you know. Carter Keston, right? Now 30K is the starting amount. Carter Keston? Was that his name? You know how much pain we went through to get this money? No, I want you to look closely at this face. Look at it. What's wrong?
Clinically. And so that's basically the way I stay on top. Each day I check whatever news is out.
Oh yeah, you stay on top.
Well, it's called X these days because there's a whole bunch of science that
you're omnipresent.
Cognitive effects aren't just random. I think there's something there that I wanted to explore.
Oh, yeah?
Aren't just. I think these cognitive effects aren't just random.
It turns out they were just random.
Label studies though, stabilization or improvement in cognition. And so that was basically the.
How about this? How do you make money on Ionq, you might ask? Well, I went ham at the top. How about ATYR? Who is that? Country Dumb? We had to take care of Country Dumb? Yeah, we took care of Country Dumb. This is the amount gained. How you can't understand this. This is the starting balance, right? So if I gained $24,000 on Beyond Meat, and we started with $30,000, 81% of my return for the year, I added 81% to my portfolio through Beyond Meat. That's called attribution. This is called an attribution analysis. No, cassava was the best. Beyond Meat, that was wild. How about who did we bag on that one? Who was the baggie there? That was just Wall Street Bets, right? No, this is all positions, realized and unrealized for this year. I'm still in Spruce. How can you lose more than 100%? Well, I've lost $20,000 on this, $8,000 on that, and it adds up to more than $30,000. But I've also gained a lot, so some of the gains offset the losses. Some of y'all need to go to high school, man. Here, let me explain it a little bit better so you can understand, okay? Let's say this is your P&L. And you go up. You start, this is your P&L well, let's start, okay, your starting balance is $5,000, okay? This is academics. Some of you have to go to class. You make $3,000, okay? Betting on, I don't know, what do you baggies bet on? Rocket Lab, okay? Very good. So here's your attribution will say Rocket Lab plus 3,000. Okay. Then you lost, because you're an idiot. You lost 2,500, okay? On GameStop. Bad. This goes in the loser column. I'm going to put it red just so you understand. Bad. GameStop. Down 2,500. Oh, terrible. Then you heard on the news that Palantir is a good stock, so you made 4,000 on Palantir. Good. That goes in positive column. PLTR. There you go. Very nice. Up $4,000. Ooh, so good. But then you went on Wall Street Bets and you bought AMC and you lost 3,000. Oh man, tough break. AMC got owned. And that goes in the negative column. And so now if you add this up, this is just after 2 trades. You've lost 5,500 here, which is more than your actual starting capital. Your attribution is negative 110%. But your gainers is $7,000, which is, how much is that, Chad? 140%. So this is minus 110. This is plus 110. There, good. Now you can go to the rest of your high school curriculum. Go to history class now. I mean, you can buy and sell the same security all year and lose 200% as long as you made more than 200% on something else. Look, I took a lot of risks. I was down 60%. They tried to kill Shkreli. 48 logical on cloud? Almost 3 nines of fidelity. Fully connected. But we're getting we have one TCP IP deal, which is like a direct connection. Some of the other ones are more API WebSockets. 24-hour markets are so weird. I assumed it was Palantir helping my P&L, but is it Sarepta instead? Oh wow, look at that. That's why I love these. If you're a good trader, after hours is fucking awesome. Okay, I can't trade Sarepta 24/7 though. Only Palantir. Palantir, Ionq. Well, Godel is a much younger company. Bloomberg has been around for 40 years, so we have a long way to catch up. I would say Bloomberg excels at bonds. Godel's bond product is rolling out in the next few months. Godel, we also lag in economic data. That's a big area that I think we're going to do better in soon. You know, we do better than them in other areas like privates. We have much better coverage. They have very good data. So they have really good APIs and things like that. The way they operate selling you data, most people really don't like. Yeah, we are certainly a lot cheaper. Oh yeah, you know, screening is a place we're very weak. Screening is a place Bloomberg excels. We are actually co-located as well, but you know, whatever you say, man. Bloomberg doesn't have NASDAQ private market pricing. They don't have any quant tools. And oh, by the way, we're 95% cheaper. No, we're co-located with ICE. Yeah, we don't have an API. We don't have some other things. Privates are good if you trade privates. If you don't trade privates, they don't matter. But Bloomberg has no private prices. But like I said, it's early days. We have some cool new things coming soon that are definitely unique. Like you can't connect your brokerage account to Bloomberg. And so now we see the entire picture of our user base, which is pretty great. There's no monopolies in the market. Well, what monopoly are you looking for? Bloomberg definitely doesn't have quant tools. Bloomberg missed the whole quant revolution. My buddy is a big limited partner in Citadel, and he says none of their quants use it. None. My co-founder worked at a small quantitative hedge fund called 𝗤𝗏. You may have heard of it. They don't use Bloomberg either. Almost nobody at Susquehanna as well. So I suggest you know, reflect on who you're talking to. Yeah, nobody uses bquant. Nobody uses bquant. Sorry, man. You're talking to a pro kid. I was at hedge funds before you were born. They mostly write homebrew software. They're definitely not using Godel. We're a brand new company. We haven't even launched our product yet. But, you know, we have big hedge fund users. I don't think 24-hour quotes, I'm not even sure Bloomberg has 24-hour quotes. I don't think 24-hour quotes market really cares for them, to be honest. We'll get them at some point, but it's no longer, you know, it's not a priority. We have to implement bonds. That's a bigger priority for us. And certain futures as well. Waj, I think, you know, people who ask for like lost stories and stuff like that, like I would just try to find something more constructive to do. What difference does it make if I tell you an interesting war story I have? I mean, you can short a generational company if it's past its prime and things like that. Like I couldn't really fly private while I was on probation because probation officer's like, I'll tell your judge about this. Passport. My co-founder worked at 𝗤𝗏. There are two other guys that founded 𝗤𝗏, these billionaire dudes. So no, I'm not one of them. You want the private jet stream? Yeah, the FBI took my passport, okay? Is that what you wanted to know? Is that what you want? Yeah, I think I might need a better plane than 𝗕𝗏𝗵 can provide to fly from here to California. Just saying. Bloomberg's not a monopoly. Bloomberg has no market share in private equity, venture capital, quantitative, huge swaths of finance. They have good market share in, I would say, asset managers and investment banks.